Hi, and welcome to this tutorial on using AutoSum. AutoSum is a quick and easy way to do math in Excel without having to know formulas. I will teach sum, average, min, max, and count numbers. All are located within the AutoSum dropdown. I'll be using a dataset about monthly customer count by location to teach this tutorial. With that said, let's get started. So what you see in front of you is our fictional data set. The title of customer count per month, our store locations by state, different months of the year, and our customer count per month, the information that we want answers to, and how we're going to solve to provide those answers. Before we start, I want to show you where AutoSum is. So the first thing we got to make sure of is that on the very top up here, you're clicked on the Home tab. So if you're not, click on the Home tab, and then go all the way over here to the right to the section called Editing. And in the top left-hand corner of Editing is AutoSum. We want to click on this little down arrow here, and underneath it you'll find sum, average, count numbers, max, and min. There are also many more functions that can be done too if you click on here. But for the objective of this tutorial, we're just going to focus on the presets. The first piece of information that we need to solve for is total periods. What we need to understand is how many periods do we have customers. Well, we know this is months of the year, so we should have 12 total periods. In order to prove that out, all we have to do is go up here to AutoSum, click the down arrow, click on Count Numbers, and what you're going to see is Excel up in the formula bar has already put the formula in. It's got the brackets around it, and it has your cell range. Now, all of this is actually perfect because we are located in this first column after our data. So all we have to do is press Enter. And we now have proven that we have 12 periods. And if we pull this down, all of them will show 12 periods. We need to solve for total customers. We'd like to know how many customers throughout the entire year shopped at each location within these states. This is where it gets a little different, a little trickier than the count number. So we're going to go back up here to AutoSum, hit the down arrow, and we're going to highlight Sum and click on it. Now what you'll see is it pulled in our original data range, but it also included total periods. We don't want total periods. So we have to click on C and then just tell Excel what our data range is supposed to be. When we get from starting January all the way to December, all we have to do is unclick and press Enter. Now we see that in Mississippi, they had 1,300 customers for the year. If we drag this down, we can see that the location with the most customers is in the state of Ohio. Mississippi is second, and Colorado is third. Good information to have if you're a business owner or CEO. If we want to know the average customer count by month, we need to go back up to AutoSum and click on Average. Alright, so let's go up to AutoSum, hit the down arrow, click on Average, and here you see again, it did the same thing. It pulled in our total customers and our total periods, which is not what we want. So we just want to go over here to January, click on it, go all the way down to December, unclick, and press Enter. And we'll pull this down. And now we can see on an average month, Ohio gets the most customers, which makes sense because they had the most traffic during the year. Mississippi gets the second most customers, which again makes sense because they were the second highest traffic location. And then we see the other ones are 58, 39, and 69, which if I was CEO or business owner again, I'd probably start to ask questions to my management team of why. All right, so now let's look and see, so which month do I get my least amount of customers? And what is that number of customers within that month? All we have to do is go up here to AutoSum, go to min. Min will bring back the lowest number through our data range, and we'll click on it. Again, it brings back this extra, or includes this extra information that we don't need. So we'll go back over to January, go to December, and click enter. Now we sit there and say, whoa, our second highest traffic location has the lowest amount of customers in which months? So we go through and we see that we start to drop off in September and October, and then we hit 25 customers each in November and December. So again, as a business owner or a CEO, I might sit there and say, hey, what are we selling in November and December that is not appealing to those Mississippi customers? We might want to look at our product selection a little differently. After we ask that question, that would lead us to what is our most customers in a month. So now we'll go back up here to AutoSum. We'll click on Max. Again, same issue, pulls in this extra information. January, December, click enter. And now we'll see, when we scroll this down, our second highest volume location's highest month is 225. And that is in July. So we might want to sit there and say, hey, what are we selling in July that maybe we could take those same lessons and put in November and December? And we'll also see that when we looked at the average customer count, we saw that Colorado was under 100 customers on average. But when we go to their max month, they hit 110. And that's in December. So what is it that we could take as learnings from our assortment or our customers in December and apply to some of the other months to maybe improve our customer count? And now we see that we were able to answer 5 different questions in no time at all just by using AutoSum. So that is our AutoSum tutorial.